Hey everybody, Oldish22 here with another My Thoughts video, but this time it's not anime, it's a video game, and this video game is Bloodborne. And we're going to talk about what I like about Bloodborne, what I don't like about Bloodborne. So we're going to do the positives and negatives, and if you guys have not watched any of My Thoughts videos, well, all I do is, it's pretty much a review in a way, but I like to say my thoughts because I don't have any of this scripted or anything, so I'm just going out of the top of my head right now, which sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But anyways, for Bloodborne here, let's talk about Bloodborne. That's why we're here, right? That's why we're here. So Bloodborne, the positives, things I like, what I enjoy about the game. The first thing that I really enjoy about the game is the gameplay. I love the whole dodge aspect. The whole time, like, when do I strike to kill this this monster or beast or whatever you're fighting in the game, or the bosses. So I really enjoyed that. I like the gameplay. It's just nice. It's a nice feeling to it. I don't know. It feels good, and it feels like you are dodging and stuff like that. The second thing that I enjoy is I love the boss fights. The boss fights is probably the best thing about this game. It's like very it's challenging, it's exciting, and it's like a little bit terrifying. A little bit, yeah. You know, this is some moments, some of these bosses that just go absolutely insane. You know, I'm just gonna say cause, cause. But anyways, there's some bosses in here though that are really freaking easy though. Like at least two that are just like really easy, like beyond easy. There's two of them. Otherwise, the others are like somewhat hard, very hard, and then really, really, really tough. So, but yeah, the bosses is a big thing. I also like the music in this game. I really, really enjoyed the music. Love the background music. It's great. It fits well with the boss fights. That I really, really enjoy. Also, I do like the weapons in the game. I thought the cane would be pretty sweet, but I could not use the cane. All right, I thought, you know, everyone calls me old man in the oldish crew, so I was like, man, I'm gonna use a cane, but it was too hard. I started out with the cane; it was pretty rough. It was really rough. But if you see in this video here, I'm using the meme sword. Everyone calls it the meme sword. I'm not gonna lie, I love the big ass two-handed sword. I really do. I like its movements. I really enjoy even just the one-handed sword mode too. I really enjoy. But otherwise, I just love the damage it does. I love the charge up that it does and stuff like that. So I really do like the meme sword. I would like to do other builds in the game if I do return back to it and do like a NG plus, which I didn't. This is my first playthrough of it. If you guys were curious, I died 236 deaths through my first playthrough. But unfortunately, which no offense to my boy Kemper 107. But I do have to fight Ludwig because it was his birthday, which is awesome, and we got to fight. But he let me fight it for a little bit, and I thought he was gonna let me fight it by myself. And then he came and he destroyed it, Ludwig. But I beat Cause, so I feel better that if I beat the hardest boss in the game, then I could beat Ludwig. But I think my death count would have been up more. So he did help me with another boss, but it was really, really easy. So I don't know. So if I do a new game plus, we'll see how many times I get deaths. So if you're watching this, Kemper, I still appreciate it. Man, I had a fun night playing that night on Bloodborne. So I actually got to play the co-op. I do like the co-op. The only thing, okay, this is kind of a positive and a negative. The only thing that I wish with co-op is I wish that you could just play actual co-op. Like, I hate that, like, I couldn't summon him unless it was, like, before a boss battle. So I just kind of wish like you just connect and you guys just play and do whatever. I think that would be better. But that's just my opinion, I guess. So it's not a horrible thing, but it'd be kind of nice, you know. But anyways, so that's kind of like a positive and a negative there. And so yeah, so I think it's all my positives. I could be forgetting one, but I don't think so. I think I nailed it pretty good. But so that's on the top of my thoughts I'm giving to you. So now my negative thoughts on the game. Now please don't hate me, Bloodborne fans out there, but the story Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. The first time I played it, when I played it, I had no idea what was going on during this whole time. This whole time I was playing, like story wise, I had no idea. All I knew is I was slaying beasts, and maybe that's all you need to know. But I'm giving another shout out to my man Kemper 107. He told me how he explained the story, what it is and stuff, which I think it's a decent story. It's kind of cool. You get that end game choice, which was neat. But with the whole dream world and everything. But overall, like, the thing is, it's nice that, like, if you're a hardcore fan, which I mean, this game is for kind of like hardcore people, because even the lore is the hardcore part too. You know, like, you really have to dive in, or because I would say like 80% of people don't do it. I think there's a good 20% chunk that do like look for all the deep lore, but let's be honest, I think most of us just wait for the guy that does it and just puts a YouTube video on it. Just my honest opinion. I don't know. I just, like, for me, I had no idea. I wish it was more story driven. I think this game could be like amazing if like really cool cinematics, and just a little bit more story driven. But it is story driven. It's a deep lore. It's kind of a hard thing to explain. Like, it's a deep lore story, which is, I guess it's fine. But for me, like, I don't know what's going on. Like I said, for me, it's just like, who's the next boss? Who do I got to kill? I had no idea. Like I said, what was going on. So that's the first negative. The second negative would be, I don't know if it is a negative, but I kind of complain about it. Is sometimes these monsters or beasts or whatever you're fighting will glitch through a pillar and take you out. Like their weapon reach. Like, they do a move and you're behind a pillar and it goes through it and I get hit. I've had it happen multiple times in this. So, but then it's funny because when I swing, I will hit the damn wall every time. Every time. So it's just like, come on. So I would say that's a little bit of a negative. It's not a horrible negative. It's just somewhat like, come on. Like, really? So, because I've died a few times if, like, I think it was one of those, like, werewolf dudes that, I don't know, he did, like, a long reach or whatever and got me, and, yeah, through a pillar. I was like, come on, or through a wall. But that happened many times. But, yeah. Oh, the other thing, for a positive, guys, I did forget, I do like the challenge. I like the game. Like, it's a good game that challenges you. It makes you think and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't really have too many negatives. That's the only two that I can think of. The controls of the game are pretty good. I don't think it's really a positive or negative. It's like, okay, I guess. I don't know. It's not bad. I just did with the R1, R2, L1, L2. But yeah, so overall, if I had to give a final verdict on the game, I would have to give it, I do a 1 through 10, but I use like decimals, so like I'll like rate things that are like, where sometimes like it could be between a 7 and 8, so I'll go like 7.5. So that's how I rate things. But anyways, for this game here, I'd give it an 8.2. 8.2. I think it's a good game. I don't think it's an amazing game. Amazing games don't come very often, at least for like me. Like, it's like I have to be like, the thing that I would give it like a 10 out of 10 to me is if we could get more cinematics and more like story driven. And it's kind of weird though, because this game is kind of not like a main character. So that also, just thinking about it right now, I'm like, well, we don't really have a main character. But anyways, I think it would be better. I don't know. I would like more story if I had to like bump up my score more. And the glitchiness, it just happens. It's an older game, not too much older, but like what, 2 or 3 years ago it came out, 2016 or something like that. I don't know because I didn't have a PS4 at the time, but then I got a PS4 and then thank you. I'll give a shout out again. I've been saying his name through this whole video. Kemper107, thank you for giving me the game. I really appreciate it, and I really did enjoy it. I'm wondering what you guys would give Bloodborne. What score would you give it? Like, I'm an honest critic. I really am. I could be forgetting things, so I apologize. but that's just off the top of my head right now of things I do like and negative. And I've been thinking about the score for a while, and I think 8.2 is a pretty solid number for Bloodborne. But yeah, so I'm wondering, what do you guys think? What would your score be of the game? What do you think could be better, or like, what did you enjoy? What was your positives and negatives? I'm really curious to hear the comments down below. I would love to get feedback from you guys. I'd really appreciate it. I also appreciate it if you give a sub button. There will be more video game reviews coming. I hope you enjoyed this one. And if you guys like anime, I got those anime reviews coming too. So yeah, and I am making a funny fail video for Bloodborne that will be eventually coming out. I don't know when. I'm going to start working on it now. But anyways, I'm oldish22, and all my info will be down below where you can find me on the internet or the social media. But anyways, I'd love to hear you guys' comments, and would love for you guys to sub, because it means a lot. If you enjoy my content, hit that sub button. All right, because I appreciate you. Join the oldish crew, the big O's, the old-ish crew. All right. Anyways, guys, have a good one. I'll see you guys next time.